This video is for entertainment purposes only. Nothing said or done in this video is factual and or is meant to harm anyone.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the late night King Dingo. Just 1 second, just 1 second. I gotta get ready. Shit. With that being said, let's get some jaws dropping like poppers, choppers, and riding fire. We are rolling, baby. Where's my glasses? Wait a minute. Give me 1 second. I gotta keep it right, keep it tight. Get it right. Get it right. Get it right. There we go. Get that down there so these gains can show a little better. Back, baby. You know what it is. Get it, girl. Get it. God damn it. Get it. Get it, Susan, baby.
Come on, guys. Higher. Then you can go really low. Everybody.
That motherfucker ain't cooperating. You gotta back up. We are back, baby. Oh, I feel right down the crack of the ass of the car. Everybody knows when your phone falls down between your seat and your console, that's the crack of the ass. Like I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And we gonna get into this, but before we do so, I am begging you, look right into my eyes. Get me got by that. What was that? I left my rifle. Look at you guys, make sure you gotta hit that like button and that goddamn subscribe button. I'm tired of doing this from the car. I want to be able to do this from the barn. Help a brother get got up, get They taught me this. They taught me this earlier this week. I got to work on my vocab library. I gotta work on my vocab library. That being said, we are about to watch when Tyson inflicts maximum damage. Oh Lord, Jesus Christ. Now let's get it popping.
Do you feel a responsibility not just to win your fights, but also to entertain?
Yep. Absolutely. Any fighter in general would think their main objective is to make the audience go home.
That is not a human. That is a goddamn
had witnessed something that was incredibly special.
Welcome back to the Big Fight Recap here on BLTV Classic.
If he doesn't die, it doesn't count. If he's not dead, it doesn't count.
On today's video, we look back at the night of...
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not going to do it. I don't need no milk. I'm not going to do it. Use your meditation. All right, we good, baby. Let's get ahead of it. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm sorry. I had to take that long pause. Because 1, he is hotter than a hog's up in here. 2, I am already. Let's go and run that play.
Prime Ready Iron Mike took on the son of a heavyweight boxing legend.
Get him.
With my pop in my corner, I don't see any way I can lose.
Something about this occasion made Tyson extremely enraged, exasperated, and eager to close the show as quickly as possible. Let's take a look. By the fall of '86, the Tyson hype train was back to full throttle after his impeccable one-round annihilation job over fellow contender Reggie Gross.
It's very difficult with a kid who throws hydrogen bombs to get an experience.
What is that?
To this point, Team Tyson was still matching their prodigy relatively accurately, despite every boxing fan, including Mike himself, convinced he had the tools to mix it up with the current champions in the heavyweight division.
I'm starting to think that you're unstoppable. Do you feel that you're the best heavyweight in the world, that you can step in with anybody right now?
That niggas up. Let's take a moment. I want you guys to go ahead and pray for me. I've been working on that. Right? I've been working on that. All right? I told my myologist. I've only said it a few times in my life. It just started coming all of a sudden. I don't know why. Maybe it's this pigment. But let's get back to the video.
Watching a fighter as brilliant as Mike Tyson being steered away from a title shot was frustrating for the boxing community. Yet, in retrospect, his managers, Jim Jacobs and Bill Caton, were not only aiding Mike in building an impressive unbeaten record, they were, more importantly, ensuring the development of a raw young talent that, once he secured his title shot, was the complete finished article.
I'm the leader. I look everything over carefully, and then I send him in to do the job.
The former Hall of Fame legendary heavyweight champion Joe Frazier, who famously beat the previously unbeaten Muhammad Ali in 1971's Fight of the Century, took an entirely against-the-grain approach as to how a fighter should be developed during his managerial years post-retirement.
I'm not in charge, you know. If they say fight King Kong, I'm ready. All I have to do is get my body in condition and my mind and spirit, and I'm ready.
Smoking Joe had the attitude, if you're going to be a journeyman boxer, there's no point in beating around the bush. The fighters he trained, such as James Shuler, Burt Cooper, and son Marvis, quickly found out once they were under his tutelage.
If I couldn't train these boys or I couldn't live with these boys, I'd be the first guy to get the hell out the way.
Marvis embraced his father's philosophy, where after a very brief amateur career, he began fighting legitimate top contenders inside his first 10 fights as a pro.
Now against 𝗬𝗂𝗯𝗃 as he backs him into the ropes above us. 2 lefts and a right hand, all by Marvis Frazier, all scored.
Marvis beat Steve Zuski, James Braun, and Joe Buffoonery in his first few fights. In doing so, he never looked like a world beater, more so a man determined to at least fill a sliver of his father's boots. Joe pushed his son to the complete deep end in 1983, having Marvis face off with the #1 heavyweight in the world, Larry Holmes, who at the time had a record of 44-0.
I'm pause this. This is not even video related, all right? But you see all this sweat that's building up on your boy. Yes, I'm used to it. Wrestling hogs, horseshoeing the horses, all that. Wait, give me 1 second. Lord Jesus Christ. What are we doing? What are we doing again? I think I was saying something. I don't know what the I was saying, but let's continue. Let's go. I am. God. Damn. Let's get it on. Let's hit the play button. Let's go. Put the glasses.
As many experts predicted, the fight was a complete mismatch, and Larry made sure every spectator on the side, including Marvis's father,
really
putting Frazier in trouble there. Will he get over his first round? The Ganja comes flying out.
You are not making daddy cry.
Joe never lost faith in his son, though, pushing him even harder in the direct aftermath, where Marvis regained momentum with impressive wins over Quick Tillis and Bone Crusher Smith. Whether the Fraziers genuinely felt they were ready for Tyson or not, Marvis's ranking among the sanctioning bodies put him in the direct firing line of the most devastating contender in world boxing.
Entering the ring, the local favorite, trains and lives in Catskill, New York. Mike Tyson entering as the Warrior.
Tyson met Frazier at the Civic Center in Glens Falls, New York in July 1986. Tyson paced up and down the ring during the introductions, angry and eager to one-up what Holmes had a couple of years prior. He later admitted that he was scared, but wanted to project his fear onto Marvis, who, by the looks of things, had the exact same idea.
3 judges, the referee does not score, scoring on the round system, supplemental 4-point scoring system if the rounds wind up even, and the 3 knockdown rule is in effect. Tyson comes out slugging. Uppercut and Marvis hurt.
That's that Mike Tyson punch-out Nintendo video game. Put the code in that motherfucker to get this thing to Mike Tyson.
And he's going
that
to
was that Mike Tyson punch-out.
Frazier became Tyson's fastest ever victim, out on his feet, absorbing devastating power punches that left him slumped in the corner inside 30 seconds.
Marvis is badly hurt at this point. Uppercut again, and there Marvis is out on his feet. Everything after this is just incidental.
Ganja just will his ass to
It took a while for Tyson to calm down, pumped up after his, on paper, best win to date. But once he did, he sent a chilling message to the current champions.
What is it?
And I came out and I was confident. I came out, I knew the fight. I felt it deep in my heart I was going to stop him in the first round.
In your mind, if your managers Jim Jacobs and Bill Cayton and your trainer Kevin Rooney came to you and said, Mike, we think you're ready for a title shot tomorrow. Would you agree with them at this point?
Most definitely. Anytime if my manager and my trainer feel that I'm confident and they're willing to put me in the title and they're sure I could beat the champion, I'm sure I could beat them also.
Of the 3 champions, who would you like to fight and why?
I'd fight anybody my trainer put me in with because I'm confident I could beat any fighter in the world.
With only 21 fights to his name, Marvis Frazier hung up the gloves for good, proud of what he achieved in such a short amount of time. I'd personally never blame Joe for Marvis's career trajectory. On paper, it looks naive, but the truth is he had unconditional love for his son, and I think both were just living a bit of a delusion regarding his potential. Marvis has kept a low profile since retirement, but in this interview from a few years ago, he admits that trying to follow in his father's footsteps was always going to be a near impossible task.
I feel to stand in the shadow of Joe Frazier.
That's why you should have never started
stand on the light, because it's a great legacy. You know, my
some
father
of you cooks are not
been,
like
drug dealer.
that.
He could have been in prison.
So
he could
you can't
be
do
a bum on the streets.
You gotta find your own path through the goddamn woods. That's how I got home. Right, that's it, baby. Good. Hey. GanjaGAINZ, what you say? GanjaGAINZ, what you say? Hey, I told y'all I got that mixtape. I got that mixtape dropping 2023. It's an R&B mixtape. I don't understand how this motherfucker is still lit. But one thing I do know, I'm still gonna hit it. This motherfucker done went out. Ain't that a bitch? This must be some goddamn joke. This must be some goddamn trick. Either or. I don't know what you want to pick. All that I know that I'm T Billy, GanjaGAINZ, and I'm What? What the fuck? And with that being said, we're gonna end this motherfucker, cause it's time to quit. I'll catch you guys next time. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe. Get me got by my man the game. We out here, baby. This is GanjaGAINZ, what you say? It's the GanjaGAINZ, what you say? It's the GanjaGAINZ, what you say?